Hey everybody, Tekking101 here, and I got something kind of special for you today. We got a twofer, that's right, 2 videos in one. The first video you're going to watch is a promotional video for Anime Amino, the My Hero Academia Amino. I've done a few of those before, but we're going to open up with that, and then after we check out the Amino, I will go on to discuss the new upcoming My Hero Academia motion picture slated for release next month in August for Japan, and then later on in September for an English audience. I just love the fact that I live in a time where you have an anime movie coming out in Japan, and then the dub's gonna come out like the very next month. We're doing the same thing with the Dragon Ball movie at the end of the year, so pumped for that. But first, check out the promotion, then I'll cut you back here, and then we'll talk about the movie. Go to it, past me. Whoosh! Hey everybody, how you doing? Well, a lot of My Hero Academia stuff going on as of late. We got the manga, that's pretty epic, no spoilers, but pretty epic right now. I'd say you could rate the current arc, somewhere around here in terms of epicness. We also have a spin-off manga, Vigilantes, I talked about earlier this month. The anime's kicking into the second half of Season 3, so for that. So I thought it would be a good time to talk about, once again, the anime Amino app for My Hero Academia. So why don't we go and dive into that, check out what the app has to offer, and I want to do a quiz and see if you guys can trump me, because I think I could do pretty good at a quiz or two. Alright, and right back at it like we never left. This is, of course, the My Hero Academia featured page, and as you can see, it's very Dobby-centric for some reason. Couldn't tell you why. Actually, I could, but it would be a massive spoiler. Hey, I like Dobby. It's kind of hard not to like the dude. He's a patchwork zombie kid that can control fire. Not just any kind of fire, but blue fire, which is easily the coolest kind of fire, so that's pretty neat. You got Tsuyu, of course. I think it's law that any website, any forum, any video that includes My Hero Academia has to also include Tsuyu at some point, just on the front page. I don't even know if Horikoshi himself understands what he did by creating this beautiful frog woman out into the world for all of us to witness, but we thank him daily for it. That's a cute little image of Toshinori. So yeah, a lot of the initial stuff on the feature page is like fan art, some really cool fan art, and much of it is spoilers as well, so just keep that in mind. I mean, that's one cool thing about it, is it doesn't just throw the spoilers right in your face, like about, like, a picture from the last chapter or something that was just released, like, yesterday, as a matter of fact. But, yeah, it's been pretty cool stuff, and just kind of, like, navigate at your own risk. Public chat rooms, of course, you can create any chat room you want. I wanted to check out the quizzes, though, because it's been a while since I took a My Hero quiz, and I think I'm going to be pretty good at it. What is this? This is a... Oh, this is just like a feed thing. Okay, so this is like which anime has the best opening, and this isn't just My Hero Academia, but like others are on here too, like Sword Art and Death Note is on here. That's odd. But okay, so these are the quizzes. Now, I tried to take the Uraraka quiz earlier. This one was actually remarkably easy, but I think you can test the true fan's mettle with the Tsuyu test, or the TTT, or the TTT. So yeah, this one is not for the faint of heart, but let's try it out. Okay, let's do this. I love those little artwork back there of Tsuyu as a Froakie and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. What is the name of Tsuyu's quirk? Okay, this is an easy one. Actually, wrong. Frog form. Yeah. You thought. Yeah. You think you're gonna be easy, right? No. This one will hit you upside the head. All right. Let's try this again. One more time. In what chapter of Boku no Hero Academia manga did Tsuyu make her first appearance in? See, that one is tough, but I'm gonna go with chapter 5. Yeah. Nailed that. It's always chapter 5 when the main cast is introduced, obviously. Okay, when is Tsuyu's birthday? Okay, she's a frog, so I'm assuming it's going to be during the rainy season, so it's either July 4th or July 15th. July 4th, July 15th! Damn it! Is it July? Oh, it's February! I assumed it was going to be in the rainy season, because she's a frog. Yeah, so this is one of the quizzes that really goes after, like, the supplemental material, so just by watching the anime or reading the manga, just at face value, you're probably not going to get stuff like that. But there's different, there's different, levels to this, of course, and this one's the rainy season hero, Froppy. This one is from the main series, but, yeah, I just wanted to take a quiz and see if you guys could do better than me here. Let's just keep it rolling. What is the name of... Oh, I actually know that. It's the Salty Banks Middle School. That was actually from an extra chapter. That was from a bonus chapter. All right, let's keep it rolling. Keep it going. What do we got? We already answered that one. We know that's February 12th. Okay, so keep it rolling. I might actually be able to win this. There's 7 questions. Okay, what's next? All right, we answered that one already. That's chapter 5. Okay. All right, so there's at least 2 more questions that I don't know. Actually, there's actually 3. Okay, oh, God. I'm going to guess... I'm going to say O. O is my blood type. Are we meant to be together? B? Oh, my God! Okay, two more. Perfect score on my third attempt, if that counts. What are the name of Suyu's? I know what they look like, but I have no idea. Samadari and Satsuki? Okay, alright, cool, because I think Gamma is the name of her dad. Alright, we got one more. Can I be the Suyu champion? Third time around. Yes, I will, because it's actually frog form. Okay, cool. So, yeah, I guess what you guys could try to do now is attempt to do the exact same thing I did with a quiz, except, you know, in one attempt rather than three. Perfect score on the TTT! Yeah. Right, so that's pretty much all there is to it, of course. One thing I always love about Amino, and I've mentioned this before, but it's been about a year or so since I did a video about My Hero Academia for Amino. It's just the easy way it is to navigate. I mean, you got everything pretty much here as soon as you open up the app. I mean, here's the featured page for the stuff that's getting a lot of likes, a lot of comments, a lot of upvotes and hearts. You got the chat rooms. You can just scroll through the chat rooms to see what tickles your fancy. The quizzes, of course, we already talked about that. But it's all generated by the fandom. So that's the cool part. You know, it's not like some big, huge corporation is like telling you what to be interested in or anything like that. All of this stuff, and the reason that I think Amino survives and the reason it does so well is because it's pretty much the entire fandom that's running it. Like just right now, there's over 1,300 people and I'm the one, 1,301 people on this app right now just looking at the My Hero Academia stuff. So go and check it out and also try to best me in a quiz. Probably not the exact same quiz because I gave you the answers on the TTT, but maybe another quiz. Don't worry. There's, like I said, Suyu's everywhere. There's probably a few other quizzes about Suyu that you could take on here. Some of them are probably even more difficult than the one I took. But yeah, make sure to check out Amino, link below. Thank you guys for all the continued support, and continue to support Amino, as well as the My Hero Academia franchise in its many forms. Right, so I hope you enjoyed that promotion, and check out the Amino app. It's a pretty cool app. But now on to the movie. I'll be straight up with you. I didn't really know a lot about the premise of the movie. I knew one was happening. I knew that it was coming out this year. But I really hadn't heard that much of a fanfare coming from the fandom about it. Maybe it was there and I just didn't see it. But usually when this stuff's happening and it's like a big deal, people usually come to me over social media screaming like, Matt, you need to talk about this! My Hero Academia movie! It's gonna be incredible! You know, there was a few people, but nothing like incredible. So I looked up the premise, and the premise of the movie is not like blow your hair back amazing. It's not like we're gonna get like a deep look into One for All and everything like the past of All Might, although there is a character model for a much younger All Might, and I'm gonna get to that in a second. But it's not like it's gonna be something closely tied in with the manga of My Hero Academia. In a sense, it takes place after the semester before the training camp arc occurs, so that's the general timeline we're working with. But the premise of the movie is that Izuku and All Might are invited to a special island that has like an expo going on that's introducing all these quirk-related devices. My mind immediately went to like Iron Man 2 with like the Stark Expo, and it also went to like Boruto with all the ninja tech, and it also went to Hatsumi, who's of course the resident tinkerer and inventor in the My Hero Academia world, that she's probably going to be part of this. At least I hope she is. We don't really get to see her in any of the promotional art, but come on now, a bunch of quirk technology, she kind of has to be there. At least I hope she is anyway. So yeah, I'm thinking like, alright, okay, that's something that's like self-contained, nothing really that ties directly into the main story of My Hero Academia, but it does its job in terms of world building, okay? Because most of the time in My Hero Academia, we just stay inside Japan and, you know, what's going on in this particular area of like Tokyo. We don't really know much about the world. The entire world has superpowers and a different kind of culture and a different way that they handle this kind of stuff. It's mentioned a few times in My Hero Academia that like America, the United States, is referred to as like the home of superheroes or the mecca of superheroes, okay? So I hope at some point maybe there's an arc of My Hero Academia where Izuku and friends, or the Class 1A, they go on a field trip to the United States or something, and this, not even the United States, just any other part of the world, to get to kind of see how other parts of the world deal with the whole quirk phenomenon and everything. But in terms of this movie, just like, okay, we're gonna go to an area that's kind of isolated from everybody that has a bunch of quirk tech. you can kind of maybe see where the premise is going, like where the problem might arise and what happens with maybe the villain and everything like that. We're also going to get introduced to a new character named Melissa, who is a quirkless girl that Izuku identifies with because of his own former, quirkless, status before he got One for All. So that's going to be an interesting dynamic between those two. I don't know. It's always a give or take with this. Whenever you introduce a new character in an anime movie, and it's like, oh, this new character is going to be friends with the MC, so this girl's going to be friends with Deku. It's always like a coin flip whether or not that character is going to turn out to be evil and part of the villain, or they're actually going to be allies throughout the entire movie. At the end of the movie, of which Izuku will probably just wave goodbye to her and never see her again. So, it's up in the air on how that's gonna go down, because a lot of anime movies like to do that twist. A lot of them do. But we'll see. We also got introductions to a new hero. Get ready for this, and I'm not even kidding. I seriously want you to prep yourself for this if you have not heard of this new character design for the movie, okay? I'm just gonna straight up say it. Godzilla is in this movie. Godzilla is a pro-hero by the name of Godzilla. Not Godzilla, not Gojira! It's Gojiro! So, yeah, God-freaking-Zilla is a pro-hero in the My Hero Academia universe now. Are you mad about that? I'm not mad about that. You shouldn't be mad about that. That is freaking unbelievable. That is awesome. So, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the Godzilla hero shooting his atomic breath for good and seeing how that's going to go down. As I also mentioned, there is a character design sheet for a much younger All Might. Now, I don't know exactly how that's going to fit into the movie. If it's going to be like we're going to have a flashback to All Might when he was a lot younger before the whole All for One attack and, he got the damage and everything, because that's something I've been curious about, because Toshinori, when he goes into his weakened state, his emaciated state, and then he goes into his muscular form, I'm like, okay, but what did he look like before the attack that, got that injury, from All for One all those years ago? Because he obviously wouldn't have been emaciated. Like, was he like a normal person, and did he have just like a normal physique, and then he could go muscular into All Might, or was he always default like this? So this image that we see here, this character design sheet, it shows All Might's eyes clearly visible, whereas normally when he's in his muscular form, his eyes are blackened or in a sense like sunken in, so you can't exactly see them. Only in rare cases, like during the fight against All for One in the anime and the manga, like that's when you started to see because it blurred the line between the two forms he had, and you started seeing the pupils in his eyes. But usually when he's All Might, you don't see the pupils. But here we clearly see them a lot younger. So this might have been All Might maybe in his late teens, early 20s, something like that, or mid 20s, right when he began his journey as the symbol of peace to, support the entire world and deter villains. This could be. Now, how this is going to be implemented into the movie, it could be a flashback, it could have been like, it could always be a movie or like a reel or something like that. Reel's not really the right word to use, but hey, check out this old video clip of All Might fighting villains, 15 years ago or whatever, and that's where we might see this. I don't know. It might be a thing like All Might back in the day defeated a villain, and then that villain came back for revenge, and that's the main villain of the movie. So, yeah, there's a few ways this could be implemented, and I just like to see the new design of how this worked, because we got to see Toshinori when he was like a middle school student when he first met Nana in the anime, but we don't really get to see a full view of him. We just kind of see him like with normal, like, the middle school outfit and normal physique and everything. We don't really know much of his journey from where he went after he got All for One to becoming, the muscular All Might symbol of peace, So I would be very interested in learning just a little bit more about that journey. I'm sure Horikoshi later down the line is going to have a full backstory on All Might and Toshinori. Like, we'll find out pretty much everything that we need to know about where he went and how he became the symbol of peace. But in this movie, we might get a few hints at that, at least how he looked, and that's something very welcoming. So as I stated earlier, the movie is coming out August 3rd in Japan, so not very long from now. And then it was also screened in Anime Expo, and it was stated that it was going to air in the U.S. in theaters at the end of September and like the first week of October. That's when it was going to air. Now, like a lot of anime movies, you know, every now and then you get like a big thing like Dragon Ball that's in a lot of theaters. But My Hero Academia, this is the first movie they've ever had. I don't know exactly how the theaters are going to be divvied out. I live kind of out in the middle of nowhere, really. There's only 2 main theaters where I live. Sometimes one of those theaters gets some really obscure movies and stuff there. Hopefully one of the theaters that is close to me is airing the My Hero Academia movie at like the end of September, beginning of October. I can go and see it, and I can give you my thoughts on that, you know, right from the theater. But well, not in the actual theater, like, you know, shh, guys, calm down, I'm making a YouTube video, just keep watching the movie, I'm live streaming. But, you know, I'll be like, you know, I'll be able to give you my initial thoughts on it after I get out of the theater, right? So hopefully that'll be the case. Anyway, I hope you guys are really pumped for the movie. I'm pumped for the movie. Like I said, it's probably not going to be something that's going to, like, blow your hair back, but the animation looks good. I'm sure the fight scenes are going to look epic. Whether or not it's going to tie back into the story, probably not, I would assume, but maybe a nice little self-contained one. Also, by the way, I forgot to mention this, it's just like a tiny little caveat. It's not going to include probably all the members of Class 1A that are going to go to this expo thing that's out on this island. It's only going to be probably, like, the principals, the main stars. So if you were expecting Koda or Sato to appear, unfortunately, I got some bad news for you. It's looking like it's going to be Izuku, Bakugo, Todoroki, Uraraka. Of course, you got to include Tsuyu, although I don't see Tsuyu in a lot of the artwork, but I'm sure that she's going to be there at some point. I mean, it's the frog girl. Come on now. She has to kind of be there. We see Momo, we see Kirishima, we see Ida, and that's pretty much it. Although, hey, Hagakure could be there too, and maybe we just don't see her. Who knows? But I'm looking forward to the movie. And then seeing what we got. Maybe we'll get some new moves from Izuku or All Might that were, like, exclusive to the movie. Something like that. I'm pumped. Have a great one, everybody. Tekking101, signing out!